our Washington board, that you watch over them, that they make a decision on March and election day. So we pray your blessings over that. Things are the way they should go. Well, once again, we thank you for anything you do for us each day of our life, whatever you bestow upon us. You will assist us to make these decisions, you will start saving. Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Headline news, Southern Miss just went ahead 7-4. Oh, anyway. All right. I'd like to open this up now for public comment. Is there anyone here this evening? Yes, sir, that would be you.
It's positive.
Is that microphone on? There we go.
Good to go.
Thank you.
Johnny Beck with the Brandon Business Association. I want to thank the board and I want to thank the city and all the workers and all the residents that have come out to support the Live After 5 and Farmers Market event that's going on Thursdays once a month during the warmer months. And what I was wanting to just ask the city, along with saying thank you, is if there is any way y'all could continue support with any kind of resources, not money. Just we had a good response when we had some first responders out there last time, and there was a lot of peace of mind that provides when people see, whether it's firemen out there, EMT. We've had a traffic cop in the past back in October on the 28th. And so as we do grow and do get a little bit bigger with the crowd, we may need crowd control out there as far as crossing back and forth across Highway 80, okay? So not asking for that every time, just want to kind of plant little seeds right now and ask for the city any kind of support when it's feasible to have some support. We're going to do our best not to have the event scheduled the same night that we have concerts, because I know that stretches y'all more than thin. So again, just want to thank you.
No, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming. Brad Ware, floor is yours, sir.
David Ware with the Rankin County Skate Park Project. Just here to show the need in the community for a skateboard park. Nothing within 50 miles of here for children to try to practice a sport that is now an Olympic sport. There's just nowhere for them to practice this.
Is that it?
I have more. I just didn't know if there were any questions following it or not.
Got a couple of minutes. Go.
Okay.
Go
just, you know, I know there's a lot of stereotypes out there about it, but I can say out of the millions of skaters in America, less than 2% of them end up in the ER every year. I know that's a big concern for a lot of parents, such as myself, who have 6 children. I don't really know where y'all want me to go with it. Maybe Tyler can step in for me.
Come on, Tyler.
Sorry, Tyler Smith. Thank you for the opportunity to speak, but just thinking that it kind of makes sense to go along with the amphitheater, Quarry Park, developing out, along that area. Something like this could fit there nicely, benefit the community, have other options for kids and families, another attraction to draw people into Brandon, something that, cities like Madison, Ridgeland, all those that, they don't have anyone doing this, so, yeah.
Always looking for grants. You know where a grant's at?
Yes.
We can actually find some.
Yes, and there's a national organization that does supply grant money to assist with this.
Okay, cool. If you would, we need to get that to Angela Pryor in the back there waving at you. If you would, make sure she's got that before you leave.
We can make it happen.
All right. Thank you, Tyler. Anyone else now like to make public comment before the board? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Joyce Davis. I live on 225 Lakeland Drive. And what I want to say is that the road is really narrow there on 225, and the people come through there speeding. We've already had one lady that tried to miss my mailbox and went off into the ravine. So I'm trying to see if there was anything that you all could do, maybe a speed bump or a sign, because I'm getting older. My mailbox is right here at the road, and it's a little scary when they come through there like they're on the interstate. And so that's my concern.
Yes, ma'am. We tried, go ahead.
My phone number? What, my phone number? Okay, 601-665. Yes, it's right down from the courthouse, you know, like,
So we started.
It's really dangerous.
A few years ago, trying to get another road around there, you know, where the curve's at going down the hill. But there's one more rental house at the very end over on 471, that if that house ever goes away, we'll be able to get around all of that, hopefully, and build a road. But anyway,
Yeah, but
I thought it was going to go away.
I may be gone.
Me too. Me too. But we'll get a sign and lower the speed limit.
Okay.
Sure will.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Anyone else tonight? Yes, sir. Come on. State your name, where you live.
My name's Blake Edward Thomas, and I was here for the skateboard park in Brandon, and I just wanted to speak as I don't know who else is here, but you know, skateboarding saved my life and kept me away from drugs and alcohol, and had a huge community with kids already where it just gives them something to do. And I'd love to put on contests if y'all do end up doing something like that, bring out some charities and all kinds of stuff with it. That's about, I just wanted to say something about it.
Okay, good deal. Nothing wrong with that.
Thank y'all very much. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Anyone else tonight like to say anything to the board before we move into the agenda? All right. So let's move on through the agenda, beginning with old business. Approve the work session and regular board meeting minutes of the May 16th, 2022, and special board meeting minutes of May 19, 2022. Motion by Ms. Sharon Womack, second by Mr. Jared Crane. Any further comment on those? All in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. And I'm sorry, I apologize to the audience. We have two board members not here tonight. Chris Benson and Talia Dobbs are both out tonight for personal reasons. So please keep them in your prayers, and we'll work on through the agenda. All right, board, I'd like to take, let's just take 1, 2, 3 and get them knocked out of the way first, since number 4 is a long one to read. Request permission for Alderman Jared Crane to travel to Biloxi, Mississippi to attend the 2022 Mississippi Municipal League Conference on July 26th through the 29th. Number 2 is consideration to adopt a resolution to file a Delta Regional Authority application for funds. Audience, that would be to continue sewer line work down on Highway 18 and 468. We were approached and asked if we were interested in doing that, and Miss Angela and Charles and Carly, I think, have been working diligently on getting that turned in. Item 3, consideration to approve a job description for the Assistant Box Office Manager and Seasonal Grounds and Facilities Laborer for the Brandon Amphitheater. Is there a motion to approve those 3 items? Motion by Ms. Sharon Womack. Second by Mr. Jared Crane. Any comments? Go ahead.
The date that I'm going should be June 1st.
I'm sorry, what did I miss here?
June.
Oh, John, I'm sorry, typo there.
And the last name. I got that.
You get that, Miss Bean? No, not you, Miss Bean. What? The misspelled his last name. Crane, C-R-A-I. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Any further comment? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Thank you. You want to reword, you want to read it for me? Why don't you just read it for me, Mr. Baker, since you're going to reword it?
Well, It's not a bond issue, it's a general note, and it would be to adopt a resolution declaring the necessity for the sale and issuance of a general obligation note of the city in the principal amount not to exceed $2,500,000 to raise money for the purpose of constructing and paving streets, sidewalks, walkways, and purchasing land therefore, establishing storm and drainage systems, and constructing bridges and culverts. It's authorized by the law of the state of Mississippi, authorizing publication of notice in conjunction with the sale and distribution of information, and approving an engagement letter with Butler Snow as special counsel in connection with the issuance of the above referenced note, fees for which not to exceed $7,500 plus costs.
Long and short of it is we had a work session that began at 5 o'clock, and we're looking at resurfacing and improving somewhere, I think it's 33 streets in the city of Brandon, and some significant work at Shiloh Park on the parking lots out there that are in sore need of help, and how we're going to pay for that. So that's what that activity is about. So Board, I think you were all here for me discussing how we were going to pay for that. Is there a motion to approve that resolution?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Harry Williams. Second by Mr. Lou Coker. Any comments, questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you. And number 5, consideration to approve an engagement letter from Butler Snow in
Put it in that action move.
Oh, so we can strike that, number 5. Okay, so strike number 5, Board. All right, Ms. Bean. Board, tonight, City Clerk has an extensive amount on the agenda, as does Public Works. I've asked them to take them 4 at a time, just to see if we've got questions in the middle of those 4 rather than reading the whole chapter. Go ahead, 1 through 4.
The first item, consideration to approve the professional services agreement with Civic Plus to provide agenda management software in the amount of $11,660 for the first year. It's the lowest and best quote received, and authorize the mayor to execute the same. Number 2, request permission to purchase 8 iPads and cases in the amount of $2,391.92, and authorize the monthly recurring charge of $274.64 for the cellular service from ceasefire, which is the state contract vendor. Number 3, consideration to approve central metal building unit to install gutter and downspouts to the amphitheater loading dock in the amount of $26,325 as the lowest and best quote received, and authorize payment of the same. Number 4, consideration to approve M&S Roofing Company to install a new mechanical equipment roof at the Brandon Library in the amount of $17,775 as the lowest and best quote.
Thank you, Ms. Angela. Is there a question on item 1 through 4? Is there a motion to approve?
Yeah, I just have one.
Go ahead.
Who were the other companies that bid on that software? Do you know? Grannis was the only one? Okay, so we only had one bid. Okay.
It wasn't a formal, we just went out for quotes as a service, and so those are the 2 that a lot of the areas surrounding the municipalities.
That's who they use? Okay.
All right, any other questions? Is there a motion to approve those 4? Motion by Sharon Womack.
Second.
Second, Mr. Jared Crane. Any further comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Next 4.
Number 5, consideration to approve the Metro Painting strip sand and paint the Brandon Library mechanical spring wall in the amount of $5,830 as the lowest and best quote. Number 6, consideration to approve the Mississippi Development Authority cash request number 6 in the amount of $23,165 regarding the Apple Ridge Morrow or CDBG sewer improvement project. Authorize payment to Sample Hicks and Associates in the amount of $4,750 for the grant administration, and authorize the mayor to execute all related documents. Number 7, consideration to approve the professional services agreement set forth below for the purpose of promoting tourism and accordance with House Bill 1629 and other long-term related purposes. Authorize the mayor to execute the same and approve and authorize all related show expenditures in accordance with the agreements. Live Nation Worldwide for Maverick City Music performance on July 2nd. Relating Machine for performance on August 21st. And She Sings Tours, Inc. for a performance on October 27th.
All right, let's just do those three. All right, board, is there a motion to approve those three items? Motion by Mr. Lou Coker.
Second.
Second, Mr. Jared Crane. Comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you. Number 8.
Number 8, request permission to purchase 10 Dell Optiplex 59 computers with monitor from DCI, state contract vendor, in the amount of $13,649.36, and authorize payment of the same. The last item is consideration of approve docket of claims for June 6th, the box separate claims released on May 19th, and the electronic transfers for May of 2022.
Thank you, Ms. Angela. Is there a motion to approve those two items?
So move.
Motion by Mr. Jared Crane.
Second.
Second by Mr. Harry Williams. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carly in the room tonight? Doubt it. She's probably on the other end with a rental going on. Okay, so for the event coordinator, consideration to approve the facility rental agreement with Journey Church for June 2022 through December 2022 and authorize the mayor to execute the same. Is there a motion to approve that agreement? Motion by Ms. Sharon Womack.
Second.
Second, Mr. Jared Crane. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you. All right, Mr. Smith.
Mayor, I'll take the first 4 items.
All right, so Charles, you have 12, so you're going to take 3 batches of 4, right? Okay, sounds good.
Item 1 is consideration to approve the Lewis Electric Incorporated quote in the amount of $49,305 to repair the traffic signal assembly at Highway 80 and Value Road. Item 2 is consideration to accept bids received on May 11, 2022, and award to Springfield Construction Company as the lowest best bid received in the amount of $37,824.50, and authorize the mayor to execute any related documents with regard to the Cross Creek Storm Drain Repair Project. Item 3 is consideration to approve the professional service agreement with Deep South Land Improvement LLC for 2022 Cunningham right-of-way review, and authorize the mayor to execute the same. Item 4 is to request permission to hire Braylon Tillis as a seasonal water department laborer effective June 7, 2022 through August 31st, 2022, with set rate and pursuant to the bid.
Thanks, Charles.
Yes, it is on the money that will be paid.
All right. Any other questions?
Charles, on the cutting of the rows and medians, how many is that? Just one?
That is actually an add to the original agreement that we had. They are currently cutting our medians and right-of-ways throughout the city. And we had a couple of areas that were not included in that original agreement that we're going to add to their agreement.
Okay, all right.
Great questions. Any further questions? Is there a motion to approve 1, 2, 3, and 4?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Lou Coker.
Second.
Second, Mr. Jared Crane. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you. Continue.
Item 5 is consideration to approve Smithfield Construction Company pay request number 6 in the amount of $53,165 with regard to the Apple Ridge Memorial Award CPDG Sewer Improvement Project, and authorize payment of the same. Item 6 is consideration to approve Joe D. Construction change order number 1, increasing the contract amount $27,308.50 with regard to the 9th Street Extension Project, and authorize the mayor to execute the same. Item 7 is consideration to approve Suncoast Infrastructure
Final summary change order decreasing the project total by $4,738 and pay request number 12, final, in the amount of $72,782, authorizing execution of payment of the same with regard to the 2020 sewer rehabilitation project phase 1 of 5. Item 8 is request permission to finalize plans and advertise for bid the 2022 asphalt resurfacing.
Typo.
There's a typo in that, so I stated it correctly.
It's 2022. Number 8. You want to express to the board why those increases are there for McGee Construction?
We identified a power line that really needs to be put underground. If we're going to put it underground, now would be the time so that we don't have to come back and do that. So we received pricing from a couple of contractors, and that's what the change order is for. So that is existing power that goes to the Frontiers building. This will place it underground. Do believe considering the project that we've got under it, this is the right thing.
Is that microphone working? I don't think anybody can hear you in the back of the room.
Apologize, the mic was off. Is that a little better?
More better.
Yeah. Do you need me to restate that?
Please.
The change order for Joe McGee is to take some existing power that crosses Dining Street to the Frontiers building and put that underground. Considering the project that we have, we believe it's the right thing to do. We would certainly want to do that in the future, so if we can do it now, before we do that improvement, that would be the right time to do it.
Thank you, Charles. Questions from the board on those 4 items, 5, 6, 7, 8? Is there a motion to approve? Motion by Ms. Sharon Womack. Second by Mr. Harry Williams. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Item 9 is request permission to apply for ARPA matching funds through MDEQ for the College Street Waterline project. Item 10 is consideration to approve the utility adjustments and utility denials pursuant to the memo. Item 11 is consideration to approve the Wagner Engineering Contract Addendum Number 1 with regard to the East Brandon Bypass Project and authorize the mayor to execute the same. Item 12 is consideration to approve Clear River Construction Company pay request number 5 in the amount of $35,620.51 with regard to the Highway 80 multi-use and sidewalk improvement project and authorize payment of the same.
Thank you, Charles. Is there a motion to approve those 4 items?
Can I ask a question?
Please.
What's the reasoning behind extending the contract 1 year with Wagner?
It's a no-cost extension. We're at a point where MDOT needs to do their review, and that project had a definitive time because it is an LPA contract. If you don't extend it, you have to go back through a variety of paperwork that we don't want to. So this extends their contract to a point in time where they can get through that review and complete the contract. But again, it is just an extension of time. It is not a cost added to it.
Okay.
Motion by Mr. Harry Williams. Is there a second? Yes. Second by Mr. Lou Coker. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here comes the wayward traveler. Better. Go ahead.
2 items, permission to take both together?
Please.
All right. Item 1 is consideration to approve the site plan and architecture for the Busby Landscape Development to be located on Highway 471. That's parcel I9F-1-113. This is an undeveloped piece of property that is just north of the gas station on the corner of 471 and Luckney Road. Then item 2 is request permission to hire Cassie Burnett as a code enforcement officer inspector effective June 7th, 2022, and set rate of pay pursuant to the memo. Cassie, would you mind standing up? Thank you.
All right. Is there a motion to approve those two items from Community Development?
So move.
Motion by Mr. Jared Crane, second by Sharon Womack. Any further discussion, comment, or question? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we do not have Chief Thompson. We got Chief Butts with us tonight.
Mayor, getting a little off topic, I just want to say I've known Cassie for a while, and she's going to be a real asset to Matt. So, request permission for Sergeant Sam Bursell and Officer A.J. Marbury to travel to Biloxi, Mississippi to attend the Mass Road 2022 Training Conference, July 11th through the 15th, 2022.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve that travel request? Approved. Motion by Mr. Lou Coker.
Second.
Second, Mr. Jared Crane. Comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You let me split mine fours too, sir?
Yes, please.
Lone Star for the monthly report. All sirens did not function properly. The North College, the one at Cornerstone, and Boyce Thompson, the ones that did not sound and rotate. Well, some of them sounded, just didn't rotate. Working through that, and I have discussed with other people in different places, trying to get other people to come here and work on them, but we're having issues with that as well. So, our EMS report, we had 182 priority 1 calls with an average response time of 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Item number 2 is requesting permission for myself to travel to Grenada, Mississippi to attend training on June 9th, 2022. Item number 3, accept the resignation of firefighter Cade Sessions effective May 28th, 2022. Item number 4, request permission to promote Lieutenant Travis Kahn, Lieutenant Shane Puckett to captain effective June 6, 2022, and adjust their rates to pay pursuant to the memo. Captain Shane Puckett does not be able to make it tonight. He took his father for his oncology appointment.
All right, is there a motion to approve those first 4?
So move.
Motion by Mr. Jared Crane. Second, Mr. Harry Williams. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you.
All right, moving on to item number 5. Request permission to change the employment status of part-time firefighter paramedic Mark Herron to a full-time effective June 10th, pending completion of pre-request and set rate of pay pursuant to the memo. Item number 6, request permission to hire DeMarcus Griffin and Justin Watkins as firefighter effective June 7th, 2022, and set rate pursuant to the memo. Item number 7, request permission to purchase 40 Scott face pieces and mask bags from Emergency Equipment Professionals, a state contract vendor, in the amount of $13,764. Item number 8, consideration to approve additional repairs to the 1991 Pierce Lance pumper in the amount of $11,355.08 for the parts and labor in accordance with MCA 31-7-13, and amend the budget accordingly to authorize the payment of the same.
All right. Is there a motion to approve 5, 6, 7, 8?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Jared Crane. Second by Ms. Sharon Womack. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Thank you. I think we got a couple of swearing-ins to do.
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Board, I'd like to go ahead and execute a vote to be in executive session. We're tired of being in executive session after we do swearing-ins. Sharon Womack, who's the second? All in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. All right.
I looked at Sharon so she couldn't do it. She did it anyway.
Constitution
support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the laws thereof.
and the law thereof.
I am not unqualified
I am not unqualified
from performing the duties
from performing the duties
of a firefighter
of a firefighter
in Brandon, Mississippi.
in Brandon, Mississippi.
And I will perform those duties
And I will perform the duties
to the best of my ability.
of the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right. Time to go.
Mr. and Mrs. Khan?
Say out loud what's going on. All right, here we go, Lord.
Tonight was removed Lieutenant Travis Khan, Captain Travis Khan, like his badge on the ceremony right here in the fire service.
I see you. Thank y'all for coming tonight.